Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the language of big business. And sometimes it's not so pretty, like a really bad tie or a CEO with questionable taste in art. Today we're diving into a very important Trevi Therapeutics Inc. Now this isn't your typical quarterly earnings report. This is a Form 8K which signals pretty significant news is happening. And as usual we're here to break down what it all means for you. Don't forget, if you like getting these plain English breakdowns of complex corporate stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for more insights and to join our community, our Discord link is in the description below. So the date we're looking at here is August 14th, 2025. That's when the earliest event happened that's being reported. The company in the spotlight is Trevi Therapeutics Inc. They're involved in the world of biopharmaceuticals, focusing on developing treatments for a number of serious health conditions. They've got a few key drugs in their pipeline, and the stock symbol for Trevi Therapeutics is TRVI. And you'll find TRVI trading on the NASDAQ, one of the major stock exchanges. Now, the big news in this filing, categorized under item 5.02, is about changes in their leadership team. Specifically, we're talking about the departure of a key executive. These kinds of changes can really shake things up for a company, especially when it's someone in a critical role. So here's the main event. On August 14th, the company and their chief financial officer, Lisa Delfini, made a mutual decision for her to leave. Her last day was August 22nd. This means the person in charge of all the money stuff, the CFO, is moving on. That's a pretty big deal for any company. And importantly, the company is saying this wasn't due to any arguments or serious disagreements about how the business is run. They're thanking her for her service, which is a common and polite way to put it in these filings. But even without disagreements, a CFO leaving can signal a shift in strategy or perhaps a need for new financial leadership as the company progresses. So what happens when a CFO leaves? Well, there are usually agreements in place. Trevi Therapeutics is giving Ms. Delfini separation benefits. This typically means some severance pay based on her tenure and role, and in return she'll sign an agreement. This agreement usually includes a release, meaning she won't sue the company for anything that happened while she was there. It also means she agrees not to say bad things about the company and to stick to her existing promises about keeping company secrets and not trying to poach employees or customers. It's all about a clean break for both sides. Now, who's going to pick up the financial reins? For now, the president and CEO, Jennifer Elgood, will be stepping in as the interim principal financial officer. This is pretty common when a CFO leaves suddenly. The CEO takes over until they can find a permanent replacement. It shows that while they're losing a dedicated CFO, the company has a plan to keep the financial operations running smoothly in the meantime. Having the CEO also handle the CFO duties, even temporarily, highlights the importance of financial oversight and the close link between the top leadership and the company's financial health. They also mentioned that more information about Ms. Good, their CEO, can be found in a previous filing, their proxy statement from April, which is pretty standard practice to cross-reference information. Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file. This is basically a digital tag that makes the report easier for computers to read and analyze, especially for the financial data. It's part of making these filings more accessible to investors and regulators who use technology to sift through information. And finally, we have the signatures. This is where the company officially signs off on the report. The report is dated August 20th, a few days after the earliest event. And it's signed by Jennifer L. Good, the president and CEO, confirming that she's authorizing this filing on behalf of Trevi Therapeutics. Now let's look at this from a bigger picture. A Warren Buffett style. The departure of a CFO, while often presented as amicable, can sometimes signal underlying pressures or strategic realignments. Trevi Therapeutics is in the highly competitive and capital-intensive biopharmaceutical industry. Clinical trial success or failure, regulatory approvals, and funding are all critical. A change in financial leadership at this stage could reflect the company's evolving needs, perhaps preparing for a major financing round, a significant product launch, or even a strategic pivot. The fact that the CEO is stepping in as interim CFO suggests a desire for strong centralized control over financial strategy during this transition. Investors will be watching closely to see who is appointed as the permanent CFO and what their background brings to the company. The focus will be on whether this new leadership can help navigate the complexities of drug development and bring financial discipline and strategic vision to support Trevi's growth objectives. So, what's my take? Trevi Therapeutics is clearly at a point where leadership stability is key, especially when dealing with the high stakes of drug development. The CFO transition, while managed, is a noteworthy event. It's a reminder to always look beyond the surface. The company's success will ultimately hinge on its ability to advance its pipeline, secure funding, and manage its finances effectively under its new financial leadership. The next few months will be crucial in understanding the full impact of this change. Alright, that's our breakdown of Trevi Therapeutics' latest filing. What's your take on these leadership changes and what they might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.